Up next, it's our daily truth check. Time now for Truth or Fake. I'm joined by James Creedon. James,
Hi, Tom.
welcome to you. Now, in association with the France 24 Observers, let's start with a little video that you wanted to show us. Tell us what this is.
All right, this is just sort of set up the topic today. Let's take a look, Tom, at this video. Truth or fake? We'll have to kind of check.
Hello, I'm a news presenter on France 24. You can see me every weeknight on Live from Paris. Stay tuned, stay informed, watch France 24.
Now, Tom, is that a real news presenter?
Well, she's got so much enthusiasm.
Have we
So
crossed
lifelike.
have we crossed paths with her up in the newsroom or not? I mean,
Don't remember her. I think I would, actually.
her name is Julia, actually, but she doesn't really exist. She is computer simulated. And if we take a look on the computer, I can show you the website that was used to generate this. It's called Synthesia. And Synthesia actually allows you to generate free AI videos. And if you sign up for €30 per month subscription, you can actually do something a lot more sophisticated. But already you can see here you have different sort of tones to the video that you kind of a COVID-19 update, I suppose, similar to what a kind of an information video. That's what we used for that particular video there. You could also have a more marketing or sales pitch type tone to the video. And then you write the text that you want the avatar to deliver. So this is the sort of tools that people have at their disposal right now, and it can indeed lead, as you might imagine, and as we'll get to some degree of confusion on occasions.
And this technique has actually given rise to fake videos that have done the rounds. We've talked about some of them here. You've got an example from Mali.
That's right. And I suppose the thing is, our journalist spoke to Synthesia, who said, look, this is not intended for fake news purposes. This is intended for educational purposes, training purposes or whatnot. But of course, as with any tool, once the genie's out of the bottle, the way in which it is used is not can't be controlled any further. So indeed, there have been incidences that our France 24 Observers team have been looking at of deep fakes, because that's what we're dealing with here. It's a form of deep fake that are circulating in Mali. Now, let's take a look at one. I think we have a clip here that I can show you, the visual at least. It's in French, so we won't have the audio. But what's going on here is a fake news bulletin. And that fake news bulletin, which looks, I suppose, it looks relatively convincing, is claiming that France gave money to various Malian political parties to persuade them not to participate in the national consultation that has been set up by the military junta. Of course, a coup d'etat took place in Mali last year, and there have been increasingly tense relations with France. So this video is sort of claiming that France was meddling in the political process there and going up against the military junta. Now, let's take a look at these pictures, because actually what you see there is the actor in question, the avatar, and indeed it was a simulated video that was put together by that website that I just showed you, by an actor or an avatar by the name of Jason used in that instance to have to I suppose put together this news video type content. Now, there was also in that particular news bulletin a lot of information claiming that Bernard-Henri Lévy, a sort of well-known, quite divisive celebrity philosopher here in France, who has frequently been quite political and got quite involved in different political situations in the past a number of decades. Well, it was claiming that he was a spy selling information about the Malian army's position and forces to jihadists in Mali, based on a photo of him taken when he was in Sudan in 2007. So layers of disinformation here. And I suppose certainly when Bernard-Henri Lévy has been very involved in political situations, for example, in Libya, it might be quite easy to believe that he could be, I suppose, involving himself politically or in some other way, shape or form in what's been happening in Mali. So there you go. It's just an example of how deepfakes. So there's been a lot of them in the news in the last number of years. I wanted to show you there one with, but we have an ad getting in the way. There have been a plethora of examples, notably with Mark Zuckerberg, and others, and really they can be incredibly convincing. Right now, the technology is such that you would not be able to discern the difference between a real video and one that has been doctored. So I suppose it does mean that in tense political situations such as the one we're dealing with in Mali right now, you can have a quite toxic information thrown into the mix depending on your political end. I suppose the manipulation that you might want to, throw into the mix.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much indeed for that.
Thanks, Tom.
James Creedon, thank you for today's edition of Truth or Fake.